I'm from upstate New York, and I've been wearing hearing aids for about 3 years. Well, I had gone to some audiologists. I just really didn't think I was a candidate. I was kind of faking it and guessing what people were saying, and it wasn't working. I got the Lexie hearing aids. Well, it's been night and day. Conversations at the family dinner table, watching a movie that I don't have to put on the subtitles for anymore. I get emotional sometimes because you really, if you're missing something and it comes back and you didn't think it was going to come back, that's a gift. And my kids are happier than I am that we were able to discover that again.
You're missing something and you think it's never going to come back, and then it comes back. Hearing. I know this story from a personal point of view in a big way, and Brett Hamilton is joining us with our number one when it comes to national best-selling, FDA-cleared hearing aids, not hearing amplifiers, hearing aids. This is Lexie. These are the B2. Welcome back into it. And I know you and I launched this when it first came to Q, Brett.
Yep.
They were fantastic at a great deal at $939. Great, and you love them. They're now not $939. They're $240 less with a special service offer that's added to this. They're back. They're self-fitting. These are over-the-counter hearing aids, and this is kind of what they are. And there's so much to get to when people get them.
Yeah, and I think there's a stigma that always went along with hearing aids. You know, people would hesitate because you had this big honking piece of equipment attached to both of your ears. He's old, she's old, they can't hear. Those days are over. First of all, you can't even see, because if you take a look at Rick's ear, you can't see what we're going to give you. You can't see the hearing aid. The vanity part is gone.
We'll show that in a second. With glasses, fine, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
What am I getting? And then we're going to dive in.
Yeah, you're getting the two hearing aids. You're going to get the cleaning kit. You're going to get the charging cables and all that other good stuff. What you're getting is the first FDA-cleared direct-to-consumer hearing aids developed for adults 18 years and older with perceived mild to moderate hearing impairment. Paired with the revolutionary Lexie hearing app, what you get is the ability to fit, to program. You'll control, Rick, the B2 hearing aids powered by Bose for clinically proven audiologist-quality customization. And here's the best part. There's no doctor visit. There's no hearing test. You don't need a prescription. And you can make the setting adjustments yourself. I'll show you that on the app in just a second. Out in the real world, the restaurant and movie theater, watching TV with the family, these were developed by a team of Bose scientists, audiologists, and engineers. And what they did was take their expertise to create the first FDA-cleared direct-to-consumer hearing aid, which is now the #1 hearing aid brand in America. Speech that once sounded mumbled, softer, easier to understand. And that's what we're looking for, right? So that noisy environment, easier to understand. It really will change the way you perceive and think about hearing aids because they are so different. And one last bit about that, not $5,000, $6,000, right? It's incredible that we're able to offer this sort of technology.
That's not an exaggeration. That's what they used to cost. You got the prescription. You went to get the test. They were prescribed, and they were $4 grand, $5 grand. So, can they fit any ear?
Any ears, and any ear size, doesn't matter. Yep.
Okay.
And we'll show you that in a second. But I think the most important part is you're going to see in this video here is that the technology that's crammed inside these devices is not something, not this one, guys, maybe the features one if we can, just to be able to see what you're not seeing, what you're hearing, and everything that you can benefit from, because the hearing aids of the old days, just turned on. This turned on, turn the volume up, turn the volume down. Look at this, Bluetooth-enabled hearing aids with no prescription, which means now, Rick, if I call you, you can answer the phone through your hearing aids. You don't have to hold the phone up to your hearing aid. And you've got them in a rechargeable case, which means there's no cost to use these. Once you buy the hearing aids,
love this.
You never have to spend a dime.
Love it.
You don't have to get batteries.
Never want to put those little batteries in hearing aids ever again.
Because that adds up. You've got the 3 size tips, domes. I'll explain why there's different sizes and different styles in a second. That's actually very, very important. But also the technology that's inside with the directional microphones and these processors clean up the environment. They clean up that ambient room noise so that you can actually understand what it is you're hearing, whether it's a television show or whether it's that crowded restaurant. I'm going to show you this on the app in a second, but this blows me away. Rick and I are in a crowded restaurant, and all I'm hearing is everything behind me, everything next to me, everything in the kitchen. Nope. All I have to do is put it into the front mode, and I just hear Rick. meaning it can mute and suppress what's around us. You can control the volume, you can control the treble, the bass, all of that on the fly, Rick, which you can't do with traditional hearing aids, and more importantly, you can't do with these so-called amplifiers that are out there. When you see hearing aids for $200 and $300, they're not hearing aids. And if they are, they're not doing it correctly. They're either not FDA cleared or they don't have the ability in real time to change what you hear in the environment.
Couple quick things, $240 off,
Yeah.
1. 2, you have until the end of January for you or your spouse, your significant other, your dad, your mom to try these out. You have until the end of January. That's all the rest of October, November, December, and January to try these out. I know personally what it took to after losing 85% of my hearing in 1 year, had to have an operation. I know the emotion that gentleman went through. What can you expect? Here comes this simulation. This is a huge story that we don't do with other hearing aids because of this app. Take it away, Brett.
Yeah. Well, what you're about to see real quick is 3 very common scenarios, and it doesn't even do it justice because you're listening through your TV speakers versus hearing what it's going to be like when you can fine-tune the environment. Watch this.
Ale from one of our local brewers. It's very crisp, citrusy, if that's what you're into. And tonight's soup is butternut squash, and that comes with a wood-grilled crostini with eggplant on the side. It's very popular. Also on the menu tonight are spicy chicken wings with a blue cheese sauce, and these will both pair nicely with that pale ale I mentioned. So what can I get for you?
At the end of their long journey, our colony of penguin chicks have reached the ocean. They peer over the edge, waiting for the right moment, anticipating the dangers that await. Until finally, one of them jumps, which inspires the others to follow, a clumsy cascade of juvenile penguins falling into the sea.
Well, the difference is you don't hear what the waiter is saying, or you do hear what the waiter is saying and what your friends are saying in a conversation. You don't hear what's happening on television, or you do hear what's going on. So it's night and day. Remember when you didn't have glasses and then all of a sudden you got glasses and you go, well, this is a better idea. I can see, I can read. This is the audio equivalent to that. And this is the Bose difference that Brett's about to show you.
Yeah, we showed you the magic trick. I always like to say, we showed you the magic trick, and then we're going to show you how we did the magic trick. And this is it. I'm showing you on an iPad because it's a bigger screen. You're probably going to do this on your phone. Let's think about the experience when you get in your car and you turn your radio on. What's the first thing you do? You turn the volume up to a comfortable level. Now, you're not going to have to crank the volume of your radio or your TV nearly as loud as you used to because the microphones inside the hearing aids are doing their job. Now, once we get that at a comfortable level, does your world sound like this? Is everything really muddy and difficult to understand? You want to clean it up? Let's go like this.
Wow.
Just turn up the treble. Don't tell me you can't do this because I know you tap your phone every day for messages and emails and all that stuff. If the world is tinty, everything sounds like that, just drag it down, add some bottom end, put some bass in there. If that's all that the Bose difference was, that's pretty remarkable because you can do it on an app, you can do it on the fly, but it gets better. Rick talked about one ear losing 85% of his hearing, luckily able to get that back. I, on the other hand, my right ear, I don't know why, is not as strong as my left ear, but guess what? It is now. Because I just took the balance, Rick, and dropped it over to the right side.
So with two hearing aids, I
aids,
can adjust right and left.
So it's
not
even.
both.
So it's
which
even
is
on both.
Game changer.
It really is.
This is Lexie by Bose, guys. These are #1 in America, and we have $240 off. Massive reimbursement here. You might actually be entitled to FSA.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Okay, so let's get into the James Bond part of all this. We saw it briefly in the video. Rick and I are in the restaurant. He's here, I'm here, all I'm hearing is everything around me. I don't want to hear those conversations. I don't want to hear the clinking and clanking and all that stuff. What you do is tap front, and what that does is the microphones react and say, I'm going to suppress the noise behind me. I'm going to make that a lot less easier and less distracting, and I can concentrate on what's happening in front of me. Now, in all fairness, it's not going to make it go away completely, but you now have the advantage that somebody that has good hearing doesn't have in a noisy restaurant, which is to be able to focus on what's in front of you. One more thing before we go away here. Once you get these settings the way that you like them, you can save them. Bose and Lexie give you 4 presets already, but I made one for dog walk. Maybe you need a little more treble so that you have an awareness of what's coming up behind you. You don't step in front of a bus, a car, whatever it might be. And that way, every time you use the hearing aids, you just tap on one of those presets and it will automatically bring the volume, the treble, the balance to where it needs to be.
By the way, close to 400 people are shopping since we made this available at this price.
Yeah.
400. Okay, you ready for this?
Yep. That's it.
Come like so you can see the earwax, Marianne.
This is the most compelling demonstration we can do because
Kayla,
anybody that's
my
worried about
coordinating
it.
producer said, like, where do you have it on? Do you have it on? Check it out.
And because of the color of Rick's hair,
Look at
it
that.
almost just looks like an Aaron hair, right?
Unbelievable. So you do not see it. So how do you wear them?
Yeah.
Here's the little video to help you how to wear them. This is the best we've ever offered. Check this out.
And
Go for it, Brett.
this is nice and simple. They're labeled red for right, blue for left. They're going to recharge. You're never buying batteries. How do you put them on? Well, you saw Rick take one off. It's just as easy to put them on properly. If you've got hair, get it out of the way. Take the hearing aid, which is the gray part where all the technology is, and get it all the way to the back of the ear, not up on top. You'll see Meg kind of tap it, push it to the back. Wire hangs down that you saw on Rick's ear. That's the speaker of that little red part. That goes deep inside the ear canal.
And you can still wear glasses. Really
wear
important.
glasses.
90% of you wear glasses. Guess what? You
Yeah.
get to that certain age, you don't see as well, don't hear as well.
Doesn't
You
get in
can
the
still
way.
wear glasses, no
Yeah.
problem whatsoever, while you're wearing them.
Yep.
Okay, so simple to do. Here comes this simulation again, because in a big room, lots of people. That was my biggest problem. I had a cholesteatoma, it's called. I had an operation, put the bone back in my eardrum. No kid, it cost $58,000. Thank you, QVC insurance.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just me, it was my wife. Like, what?
And your
What?
kids. And your kids,
What?
right?
And my kids, my wife. So this simulation could change your life and their life as well. Check this out.
Ale from one of our local brewers. It's very crisp, citrusy, that's what you're into. And tonight's soup is butternut squash, and that comes with a wood-grilled crostini with eggplant on the side. It's very popular. Also on the menu tonight are spicy chicken wings with a blue cheese sauce, and these will both pair nicely with that pale ale I mentioned. So what can I get for you?
At the end of their long journey, our colony of penguin chicks have reached the ocean. They peer over the edge, waiting for the right moment, anticipating the dangers that await. Until finally, one of them jumps, which inspires the others to follow, a clumsy cascade of juvenile penguins falling into the sea.
Okay, so what you saw right there seems like an on-off. Either we have it or we don't. And for TV, that's the best we can do. But in the real world, it's not on-off. It's how much volume do I need? Do I need 22? Do I need 16? Do I need 17? It's that fine, that little bit of minutia, that tiny little bit of change.
Everything
makes a huge difference because treble and bass alone, forget the volume for a second. Maybe you I wish it was just a little bit cleaner. There you go. Just a little bit more. And the great part about this, gang, is that because you're going to be doing it on your phone, if you're in a restaurant and you pull the phone out of your pocket or your purse or whatever it might be, nobody knows that you're on here messing with your hearing aids. They think you're answering a message. Clearly, they're not going to know that you're wearing the hearing aid.
No doubt about it.
Because of what we just showed you with Rick. So this is it. Oh, wait a second. I'm having a tough time understanding that person. Little volume. I'm good. Right back in the purse again.
$4,000, $5,000, no, or $1,000, worth it. I'm going to get my hearing or some of my hearing back.
Yeah.
But it's priceless. Really? For a conversation at Christmas time, at Thanksgiving, we're going to see and be with more people from now to the end of the year than any other time of year. This is yours with a $240 savings and until the end of January, story. Oh, but wait, there's more. I want support. I want help. I might have questions.
Customer service for free for life for these devices, meaning when you turn them on for the very first time, you have a question that day, next week, next month. Also, there is the ability to go and do a video chat for free anytime you want, which is within the app itself. Maybe you don't want to talk to anybody in person, you can go onto the website, but we're also giving you 6 months of the Lexie Club benefits. And even though you're getting free customer service for life, this puts you to the head of the line. If you have any questions, you're not waiting around on the phone all that time. It extends your warranty. It also gives you a free little gift. I'm not going to tell you what the gift is, but we're going to send it to you.
Okay.
That's a little surprise. Whole bunch of discounts to go along with it. But I want to make this clear. As if the free customer service wasn't enough and everything we give you with those 6 months, the most important part is wearing the hearing aids. And I know that sounds like it's obvious, but back to the glasses. The first time you put on a new prescription,
No doubt.
takes a couple days. This is another reason you know these are real hearing aids. Your brain needs to adjust. So put them in, wear them all day, talk to somebody, put the TV on, get used to hearing in a different way, and before you know it, you won't even realize you're wearing them.
Little graphic. I have got an iPhone. You're good with the app.
Yep.
Android, you're good with the app.
Doesn't matter.
So there's two things. There's getting your hearing better.
Yeah.
My gosh, it's priceless. Second thing, there is a stigma. There's this,
No doubt about it.
It's lessening, but you know the big old massive, like my grandpa used to wear them, right, back in the day.
It was obvious.
Well, come in again, Marianne. Like.